So as I said, my name is Zen, and I'm the account representative here at PolicyMap. And I'm part of the customer service team, which consists of myself and Phil Vu, who some of you may have had contact with already. Please feel free to reach out to us with any questions about the tool or your account. We are always happy to help. So I'm going to go ahead and get started. I'm going to open up the map. And as you know, PolicyMap PolicyMap is a data mapping tool that helps users find accurate community-based data. I just want to make sure that everybody's on mute. Let's see. Okay. So as you know, PolicyMap is, I'm going to clear out my map here, is a data mapping tool that helps users find accurate community-based data. The map is fully interactive and it allows you to zoom in and out, and you can also pan around the map with your mouse as well. So to get started, I'm going to set a location, and you can set a location here in the location bar at the top of the screen, or you can select a geography by choosing the drop-down menu here. So in this case, since we're working with Atlanta University Center, I'm going to start by entering one of the college's address. I'm going to start with Spelman. So I'm just going to enter it in the location bar. Okay, so as you can see, the map has zoomed into the address and has dropped this little pin here. Now I'm going to show you a couple cool things that you can do with the map. Here in the lower right-hand corner of the map, we have some features. And the first I'd like to point out is our 3D feature, which allows you to adjust the angle of the map, and you can zoom in. And you can also rotate the view of the map as well. And you can also change the look of the map. If you just click on this little gear here, it's our base map settings. And I'm just going to show you our satellite view. And with the satellite view as well, you can zoom in and get a look at the area. So also to narrow things down a bit, if you go to the upper left-hand corner of the map, you'll see that we have a boundaries menu. And here are all the different boundaries. In this case, I'm just going to choose a census tract boundary. So here you can see the area has been separated into census tracts. And you can also customize the boundaries as well. You can choose the style, the weight, and also this is a newer feature where you can change the size of the text. And if you'd like just a cleaner map, you can just turn off the label. Okay, so I'm going to go back to our set location. And it's time to make things a little bit more interesting, so I'm going to add some data. Now, there are two ways that you can add data to the map. Here, you can view our data menu from the top. And all of our data is organized within these categories. Or you can just simply type in the data that you're looking for. So here I typed in age, and here are all the different data sets. So I'm going to keep things very simple for this demo. So in this case, I'm going to go to the demographics menu. I'm going to go to age, and I'm going to choose the median age. So here you can see the median age is 20. And you can just pan around the map, and when you hover, you'll be able to see the median age for the block groups. This one's very interesting because we have 68 right in the middle. So over here on the left-hand side is our data legend. So the lowercase I gives you an explanation of what you're looking at. And to learn more about how this one's pretty in-depth, but sometimes you'd like to learn more about the data, so you can just click on See Data Dictionary, and you'll be able to learn about the source of the data and how the data was calculated. Here we have the source, which is the census. This takes you to the source as well. Here we have the year. In this case, we go back to 2005. So as you can see, it's pretty much stayed the same. And you can also choose the median or the percent change in this case. And once again, you can see that there hasn't been really a change of the median age of the population in this area because it's a college town. But you can pan around and you can see that there has been significant change in median age in this area. You can also change the colors. You can customize. Another popular color is orange. And you can set the ranges. You can go all the way up to 8 ranges or down to 2. Or you can just slide this leader line here to get to the values that you're looking for. And another option is to just simply type in the values. And down here we have shaded by. So in this case, we're looking at block groups. But we can choose the geography all the way up to the state for this particular data set. So another interesting feature is that you can just simply click on the area. And so we have this little menu that appears here. You can click the boundary to isolate the area. You can choose to view the data in a table setting. So in this case, it's very simple. We see that the median age is 20. We can take a look at the trends in the area. Once again, because this area, things pretty much stay the same. We can see that 20 has pretty much been the median age over time. But we can look at the surrounding census tracts and we can see that there have been some changes in age. We can also download the data. So to download the data, all you have to do is just click download data, and then this will be sent to your computer in a CSV file. When the data has been downloaded, you'll get a little pop-up and it will let you know that it's ready to go. And I also wanted to go through our reports with everyone. So when you click on Click Reports, you can choose the type of report that you're interested in viewing. Close that out. And in this case, I'm just going to show the community profile report. Click Generate Report. So here we have a community profile report, which is a snapshot of life within the area. So in this case, because area reviewing is a college town, essentially, the data isn't very complex, but we're just going to keep it very simple here. So I'm just going to scroll through just so you can get an idea of what the community profile report offers. So we have racial characteristics, the median household income, a little bit of family composition, some housing data, vacancy data. And this is usually useful for people, people who are applying for grants tend to use this information a lot as well. And then here's some information about how the data was calculated. So this also can be saved and downloaded. In order to do so, all you have to do is click the button here, and this will export the report to your computer, or you can just save it to your data, and this will save directly in your account. So I'm going to click Return to Map. And I'm just going to close out this data set for now. And the other option that I wanted to show are custom regions. And custom regions allows you to really narrow down the area that you'd like to learn more about. So in order to create a custom region, you click on this little icon here, and you click Create Region. And there are three ways that you can create a custom region. One is you can draw a region, which is done by simply clicking directly onto the map. Go out here. And then in order to close out the region, you just click on the first point. And there you go. Next, I want to show a radius region. In order to create a radius region, you just click on the map, and you can specify how far out you'd like to go. And the third way is an assembled region. So here we have block groups. In this case, I'm just going to choose census tract. And so from here, I can just click away. And you can choose as many as you want. You hit continue. You can name the region. You can write a description if you choose. You can also customize the region by choosing the transparency level and the color. And then I'm just going to go ahead, I'm going to save the custom region. And so now we have a custom region that we can add data to, and this will narrow things down. And it's just a really great way to have your region available for you when you're ready to do your research. Okay, so I'm going to close that out. Okay, so does anybody have any questions? Please, if you have any questions, please feel free to type them in the chat box. Okay, so I'm going to keep going. The next feature that I'd like to show is our multi-layer feature. So the multi-layer feature will allow you to layer data sets on top of one another so you can see where the data intersects. So in this case, I'm just going to use a scenario. I'm going to keep it really simple. So let's say in this area, we're looking for families who have an estimated median income of $50,000, and we want to see how many people in this area are cost burdened. So in this case, I am going to click on the multi-layer map feature, which is in the right-hand corner of the screen. Okay, first let me get some data up actually. Okay, so we're going to do incomes and spending, income, family, all families. Okay, so as you can see in the Atlanta University Center area, there really isn't a lot of data because once again, it's mostly college students. But so what we can do is we can maybe go a little bit around the area, and I'm going to, you can see it's all purple right now because it's showing the full range of income levels, but I'm gonna go to 50K. Okay, so now we can see over in this area, it meets our criteria. And I can just click on the area and we can see that the median family income in this area is a little bit over $75,000. So next, I'd like to see how many people are cost burdened in this particular area. So I'll just click here, add layer, and it will open up the menu. I'll go to housing. I'll go down to affordability and cost burdens. I will go to renter cost burdens and how many renters are cost burdens. So I'll click here. And let's say we want to find an area where at least 50% of renters are cost burdened. So I'm going to slide the ledger over here. Okay, and we can see that this area has still stayed the same. So I'm going to click on and check out what's going on there. So here we can see that almost 59% of renters within this area are cost burdened. Okay, so now that we've gotten a little bit of information that we're looking for here, let's say that we want to learn more. So something else that we have that I'd like to show is our point level data. So point level data is address level data. So in this particular case, because we have a high percentage amount of low-income renters, I'm going to see how many, if there's any low-income housing in this area. So I'm going to click on housing. I'm going to go to subsidized housing points. So here you can see this little icon right here. That represents point data set. So I'm going to go to LIHTC, low-income housing. So now we see that we do have some low-income housing in this area. So I'm going to click, and here's the address. Here we learn a little bit more, and then here is some site information. Click on that. Let's see. So we have project details, in this case, funding. And just the same as with other features that we have, you can also customize this as well. So you can customize the icon, size, color, and also the type. A little bit larger. And you can also filter out what you're looking for as well. Let's see, are there any places that have, so it looks like these are pretty small. So these are areas that have 5 or fewer units. And as you can see, there's other information that you can filter out as well. Okay, so now we have a map that has some information on it. And so let's say it's time to share it. So one of the ways that you can share it is by exporting. So if you go to the lower right-hand corner of the screen, you'll see this little print icon here. And it will open up a new window. And the beauty of this window is that you can pan around as well. So in this case, I'm going to pan around to the area that we've created. And you can take some time, you can customize what you want the map to look like when you export it. You can choose a file name. Actually, you can add a title. So we'll just say, keep it simple. And here you can name the file. You can choose the size of the text, the layout of the map, choose the format, or you can just forego everything. And once again, just like with download data, you can simply just click export, and from there it will go to your downloads folder on your computer, and you will get a little pop-up letting you know that it is ready to go. So I know it's a lot of information, so before I continue on, which I'm going to just show you how you can reach out to us if you need any help. Please let me know if you have any questions. I see there are some questions here in the chat box. Okay, so what kind of output options are there for printing or sharing research results? Scott, I hope I answered your question with showing the prints feature. So that is the way you can share your results
Yes,
with
that's what
others.
I was wondering. Yeah, thank you.
Okay, great. Okay. Jessica, how long does it take for new census data to be processed and added? Well, that takes time. So we have a blog post about that, which I can send to you. So right now we have the latest 2020 census data out, and it really takes time because our data team takes time to clean the data and to put it up and to make sure that it intersects with all of the other data. So we do have some census data up. And we also have the ACS data, which comes more frequently. At the top of my head, I cannot remember. But yeah, so usually we're pretty fast, but it just depends when the data comes out. Usually, if you subscribe to our newsletter, you'll be able to learn about any new data sets that have been released, and they explain that so as well. I hope that answered your question. Okay. All right, so great. Okay, so next I'm just going to show you really quickly about how you can reach out to us. So here in the far upper right-hand corner of the screen, we have support, which I'll click on that in a minute. We also have feedback. If there's any data sets that you're interested in viewing or anything that you feel that we can do better, please let us know. We compile all of this and we look over it with our data team. And yeah, we try to make sure that everybody's happy because we use it, but we don't use it as much as everyone else. So we want to make sure that you're happy with your subscription. Here's the data dictionary, which lists all of the data that we have available and how the data has been compiled, and citing if you choose to use the data in a project. We ask that you cite us. So I'm going to click on our support page here. So we have a really robust support page. So everything that I went over is here. So you can always go back and take a look. Like it's just like a really great page. So we have a video gallery as well. And we also have a training calendar. So we have trainings weekly. And as you can see, we have one at 2 o'clock, learning the basics of PolicyMap. And we also have another one that goes through our more advanced features. I only touched on one of them, which is the multi-layer map. but we also have a data loader, which would allow you to upload your own point level data set. So you may want to check that out as well if you want to learn a little bit more about what you can do with PolicyMap. And here's our contact, which if you click on this, you'll be able to fill out a little form, and that will come to myself and Phil Vu. And we usually get back to everyone pretty quickly with any questions, and we're always happy to hop on a call. Okay, I see a question here from Brad. So any of our patrons who would access this would be able to get support? Well, as long as they have a subscription, yeah, they will be able to get support. I hope that answers your question. So this is all available to subscribers only. Now, we also have a public version of PolicyMap as well. And of course, anyone who's using the public version is able to get help as well.
When you say public version and subscribers, et cetera, we do subscribe to this as a library. So I think Brad was asking, any of our students who are using it on their own, could they get support?
Oh, absolutely. Oh, yeah. Students, as long as like students have access, and I'm guessing they do have access. I'm not sure if the library has a database page, but yes, they can.
Yeah.
I deal with students all day. So yeah, always happy to help students as well. And they can sign up for the learning the basics of PolicyMap too.
Okay, that's great. That's great. Thanks.
Yeah. Okay, so that concludes this overview for now. Also, I want to show that if you want to clear out the map, you just go to the right-hand corner of the screen and click Reset Map. And you're back to the beginning. Oh, let's see, I think we have one more question. Oh, thanks. Okay, great. Thank you everyone for joining me today. I hope you guys enjoy the rest of your week. And this has been recording, so I will be sure to send this out as well. Take care.
That's great. Thank you so much. Appreciate it.
Yes, you're welcome. Take care. Bye-bye.
All right. Bye.
Bye.